I have owned this Nikon P950 camera now for just over 13 months by the time you're watching this, and I've taken nearly 17,000 photographs with it. I used to do all my work bird watching via a bird scope or binoculars, and I fancied trying my luck at bird photography, so I looked at DSLR cameras and the big lenses, and basically they were just too heavy for the style of bird watching I wanted to do when I was walking around here in southern Spain. I have to say straight away, the best two things about this camera is its weight and its focal reach, zoom length. This camera weighs just over a kilo, which is absolutely fantastic for me. I can put it around my neck all day long, go for a walk, and it's not in the way, it's not cumbersome, it's fantastic in that respect. I bought the camera originally to video vultures at long distance, and I didn't want to carry a 4 kilo device. Didn't want to carry a 4 kilo camera with me and a tripod up in the mountains. It's just not practical for me. So it was suggested I try this camera, and like I say, at 1 kilo, it's absolutely fantastic. And the other advantage is it does the equivalent of 2,000 millimeters. Yes, 2,000 millimeters is a hell of a distance. You know, we've all watched the wildlife programs where you see the cameraman with these 800 millimeter lenses, and they're like that long. This is going out to 2,000 millimeters, which is, to me, it looks huge. But to you know, like I say, if you were using a DSLR camera, God, your lens is going to be out here somewhere, and it's going to weigh like 8-9 kilos. This is only a kilo, so for me, it's absolutely fantastic. Before I bought this camera, the only type of cameras I'd use were the Gopro style things and drones, etc., with the wide field of vision. Obviously, with this, it's a very narrow field of vision, especially at 2,000 millimeters. And you will notice in my videos that some of them can be a little shaky. You try and take it out a little bit, but you know, that is probably one of the only downsides of this camera. But that might be because I haven't got the skills to use it properly. When it comes to taking pictures, nearly all of my pictures that you'll see on my YouTube channel now are all taken at 2,000 millimeters, and they are handheld. obviously got a pair of tripods because I'm doing this now, but when I'm walking around now, I just carry the camera around my neck, so it's fine for taking photographs like that. But I think if you're going to take video, and it can take good video in 4K, you do need a tripod or a monopod, or have good muscles. And it allows me to take pictures of birds that normally you're just watching through a pair of binoculars. So, you know, the photographs don't come out too bad. And you know, obviously I do crop a little bit to get composition, but if you crop too hard, obviously you end up with a lot of noise. When I brought this camera to film the vultures at long distance, never did I imagine that I would see a black vulture here, and it had actually been ringed, so that was the highlight of the winter. And also where I live in the Murcia region of Spain, we have a bird called a little bustard, which is quite rare, and I have actually been fortunate enough to photograph them and video them. But again, it's only because of this camera using 2000mm. You know, I'm filming them from 300-400 meters away. After 12 months of using this camera, I've just basically settled into using aperture priority and auto ISO. It just seems, it makes life easier. I do use manual mode occasionally, but I just find the aperture priority is a lot easier. You won't see many birds in flight pictures on my YouTube channels because I'm not very good at doing them basically. I have tried shutter priority, and you need to be at 2 thousandths of a second or 2.5 thousandths of a second upwards really, and good at panning, and I'm not good enough. Yes, I don't think you're going to win any photography awards with this camera unless you actually take, you know, a very, very unique photograph. But I can't believe it is actually a tree creeper behind the camera. This is the first time I've ever seen one in this location, and then I've come here rather a lot and I can't get a photograph of it because I'm waffling the camera. My overall impression of this camera is, I'll give it 9 out of 10, no problem at all. I'm not a skilled photographer, so I've only been taking the photographs for 12 months, so I can't give a critical view from that side of things, but I can just say, as an average person who's just gone out and wants to buy a camera for walking around, taking the odd pictures, whether it's landscapes or whatever, birds, wildlife, at distance, this is a really good camera to do it. And it was under, I can't remember the exact price, but it was under €1,000. The other thing I should mention that really got me into bird watching here is this amazing book called Birding in Murcia, Where and What to See, written by a man called Martin O'Hanlon. I've never met the person, I just think it's a very, very good book, and it started me on my adventures of birding in the Murcia region. And also he's done which helped me out a great deal, again, his book of walks and where to go and see the birds. So if you're coming to Murcia, buy these two books, seriously. I don't know the bloke and I'm not trying to promote him, I just think they're an amazing pair of books that have helped me out so much. I've got so much information from these. Well, I hope me waffling in front of the camera gives you an insight of what this camera's about and what I've used it for, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and mention it in the comments.